student, how are you? I hope you all are good. So today we are going to learn about modals. So look at the following sentences. May I use your pen, please? Could you open the door, please? They must attend tomorrow's conference. You should regularly visit your doctor. In these sentences, the part of the verbs printed in the bold letters are called modals. So modals help to express the mood or attitude of the speaker. A verb is used to express the mood or attitude of a speaker is called a modal. तो स्टूडेंट्स आपने यहाँ पे देखा और समझा कुछ हाईलाइटेड वर्ड्स हैं जो पिंक कलर में हैं. कौन कौन से हैं? May, could, must, should. So these are some highlighted words. These are called the modals. और modals क्या करते हैं? हमेशा mood और attitude जो speaker का होता है उसको express करने की कोशिश करते हैं और उसको express करते हैं in the sentences. The moods and attitude expressed in the sentences given above are seeking permission, making polite request, necessity, advice. So mood और attitude को express करने के लिए कौन से sentence में और किस तरह के use करेंगे? कैसे? किसी से परमिशन अगर आपको मांगनी है, पोलाइट रिक्वेस्ट करनी है, या फिर आपको नेसेसिटी है, किसी चीज़ की ज़रूरत है, और देन एडवाइस के लिए वी हैव टू यूज़ मॉडल्स. सो कॉमनली यूज मॉडल्स कहाँ पर यूज़ होते हैं बेटा? इनको यूज़ करते हैं. द मोस्ट कॉमनली यूज्ड मॉडल्स आर माइट, शुड, विल, मस्ट, कुड, नीड, कैन, ऑट टू, डेयर, शैल. तो ये मोस्ट कॉमनली मॉडल्स हैं जिनको हम सेंटेंस के अंदर यूज़ करके और उनको स्पेसिफाई करते हैं. सो मॉडल्स आर यूज टू सजेस्ट. सजेशन के लिए पॉसिबिलिटी, एबिलिटी, रिक्वेस्ट, परमिशन, इंटेंशन, promise, prohibition, wish. So modals are always followed by a main verb. They cannot stand on their own unless they are used in a question tag. However, in question tags, modals can be used alone. Some examples are here. First example is, the math teacher will not take his calls, will he? You can shift this chair, can't you? तो आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे मॉडल्स में किस तरह से क्या यूज़ किया जा रहा है. क्वेश्चन टैग करके किसी से स्पेसिफिक कुछ बोला जा रहा है, कुछ कहा जा रहा है. ठीक है, शिफ्टिंग के लिए बोला जा रहा है, चेयर शिफ्ट के लिए. तो यहाँ पर भी हम क्या कर रहे हैं? रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. ओके, और मैथ्स टीचर विल टेक हिज कॉल्स, विल ही? तो क्या वो अपनी कॉल को लेगी? तो यहाँ पर भी हम एडवाइस फॉर्म में या रिक्वेस्ट फॉर्म में मॉडल्स को यूज करते हैं. सो सेकेंड इज, द मेन वर्ब यूज फॉर अ मॉडल मस्ट बी इन द रूट फॉर्म. Preceding participle, past and past participle forms of a verb are never used with the modal. तो हमेशा याद रखना बेटा, जो past participle forms है वो कभी भी यूज नहीं होती मॉडल्स के साथ. ठीक है, you have to use only first form of verb. Modals do not change form with the person and number of the subject. You must go, you must go, she must go, I must go, we can go, she can go, they can go. Permission. For permission के लिए क्या लगाएंगे बेटा? For permission we have to use can, may and could. These words you have to use for permission. So can, may, could are used to suggest permission. So can is informal, may is polite, could is more polite than may. तो आपने डिफ्रेंशिएट देखो बेटा परमिशंस. अगर आपने किसी से भी परमिशन लेनी है या किसी को परमिशन देनी है, देन यू हैव टू यूज 3 वर्ड्स, कैन, मे, कुड. कैन किस लिए होता है? ओनली फॉर इनफॉर्मल कंडीशंस के लिए. मे फॉर पोलाइट परमिशन के लिए. और मोर, मे से भी ज़्यादा पोलाइट क्या है आपका? कुड, जो मोर पोलाइट के लिए यूज होता है. देन ऑफिसेज हो गए, आपके प्रिंसिपल हो गए, देन यू हैव टू यूज कुड. Two sisters talking. Ritu, can I use your pen? Anju? Anju, yes, you can. But don't spoil it, please. Since Ritu and Anju are sisters, they don't have to be formal. A student talking to her teacher, Ranjana, may I go to canteen? Ma'am, teacher बोलती है, yes, you may. And what do you want to eat? In this case, both the student and teachers are being formal. Ranjana is respectful and the teacher is also giving a formal permission. A subordinate talking to his officer. Ajay, sir, could you grant me 5 days leave? Officer, You may take leave if there is nothing urgent in the office. Here the subordinate is being very polite while the officer is giving a formal permission. तो आपने देखा इनमें तीनों एग्जाम्पल्स के थ्रू किस तरह से यहाँ पे मे, कुड और किस चीज़ का यूज़ किया गया है, पोलाइट रिक्वेस्ट के लिए. नेक्स्ट इज एबिलिटी. तो एबिलिटी के लिए आप क्या शो करते हैं? एबिलिटी के लिए ये वर्ड्स है बेटा, कैन, कुड, बी एबल टू, ये एबिलिटी को शो करने वाले वर्ड है. द आइडिया ऑफ एबिलिटी इज एक्सप्रेस्ड बाय कैन. In this sense, can means be able to, be capable of, know how to. Ability in the past expressed by could, can and could also suggest opportunity. Dhoni can keep wickets. Dhoni is able to keep wickets. Dhoni knows how to keep wickets. But this sentence may also mean Dhoni could keep wickets. Dhoni knows how to keep wickets. But there is a slight difference between Dhoni could keep wickets and Dhoni was able to keep wickets. So sentence 1, Dhoni knew how to keep wickets, but the sentence does not state clearly whether he kept wickets or not. Sentence 2 suggests that Dhoni actually kept wickets. Can is used for the present, could for the past. Be able to can be used in any sentence or any tense. So she is able to sell most of the toys by evening. So here you are using is able to, be able to, if according to your tenses, present, past and future. According to your tenses you have to use is able to, be able to. She is able to sell most of the toys by evening. We were able to play in the afternoon easily. I'm sure I will be able to attend your anniversary celebration for future. So ability and capability. For ability or capability के लिए you have to use can, could, be able to, can, could. So can, ability in the present, could, ability in the past, be able to, can suggest any time, can and could for general ability. So next is possibility. Possibility के लिए may, might and could. May suggest a good possibility. Don't panic. Your mobile may be in your bag. Might suggest a weak possibility and could is still a weaker possibility. Could also expresses a very weak possibility in the future. He could go to tomorrow, a very weak possibility in the future. He could go tomorrow. I am glad he could go yesterday. Ability in the past. For suggestion, advice, duty, should, ought to. किसके लिए आपको अगर सजेशन की बात करनी है then you are talking about the advice, then you are talking about the duty, then you have to use should, ought to in your sentences. Should is used to express suggestion or advice. You should try to reduce your weight. So this is the advice. You should try to reduce your weight. Should we start packing the bags? So packing the bags is a suggestion. Should we start packing the bags? Ought to is a little stronger than should. It suggests that something is right thing to do. It also conveys a sense of duty. You ought to go for a swimming to stay fit. That's a right thing to do. Means ought to. You ought to take care of your old parents. Moral duty. So moral duties and which is right for you and which is right to do, you have to use ought to. Next is promise. For promise you have to use will and shall. By the help of will and shall you can make your sentence according to the promise. So will and shall are used to suggest promise. Normally we use shall with only first person subjects and will with all persons. But if a promise is to be suggested, we use will with first person subjects and shall with other subjects. We will attend your son's birthday. It's our promise. You shall get a new house on your anniversary. It is my promise. So for promise, you have to use will and shall. Since it is now common to use will with all subjects, the force of promise in will has almost disappeared. We will now say, will certainly attend your son's birthday. We promise to attend your son's birthday. Next is request. For request, we use you would, want, can, and could. So, would you switch on the light? It's a polite request. Won't you have something to wear? Have something to eat. Can I have some milk? Informal request. Could you buy me some chocolates, please? Polite request, uncertain. There are not much differences in these forms and we can use any of them. Okay, next is necessity, compulsion. For necessity and compulsion, you have to use these modals. Have to, must, had to, have got to, will have to. I must take a cab to reach early in the airport. Necessity. You must pay the bills on time. Necessity, compulsion. In school, you have to finish your lunch box. It's a compulsion. So, necessity, compulsion or compulsion ke liye then you have to use must and have to. For compulsion means must and must you have to do this. For compulsion, you have to use only have to. Yes, you have to go there. You have to do this. Next is must have to. Must suggest the desire of the speakers and have to suggest an external compulsion. You must pay the bill on time. This is a suggestion. It's a desire of the speakers. And in school, you have to finish your lunch box. Means the compulsion. Okay, it's the external compulsion. Sentence 1, it means that the speaker wants the bill to be paid on time. And sentence 2, it means that the school rule requires every day to finish their lunch box every day. Needn't. Needn't suggests the absence of necessity or compulsion. He needn't go to the doctor now as he has fully recovered. I didn't go to the office every day as it is allowed. Next is prohibition. So, prohibition must not and ought not to. You ought not to make fun of a handicapped man. As a duty, you should not. Cars must not be parked in front of this gate. It's a prohibited. Means बिल्कुल मना कर दिया गया है. Must not. Okay. So prohibited means बिल्कुल compulsion है कि वो काम आपको नहीं करना. Then you have to use must not. Okay. So next is wish, may. For wish, if you want to wish for someone or to take someone, then you have to use may in your sentence. May is normally used to express a wish. May you always enjoy good luck. May you always succeed in your life. So for wish, you have to use may. So next is dare. Dare as a modal means not to be afraid to do something. It is used mostly in negative sentences and in questions. डेयर किसके लिए यूज होता है? ये ऐसा मॉडल है बेटा जहां पर ये अफ्रेड को शो करता है. ठीक है, हमें डर नहीं लगता या फिर बहुत डर लगता है हिम्मत के लिए. ओके, सो डेयर फॉर हिम्मत के लिए. इट इज यूज मोस्टली इन नेगेटिव सेंटेंसेस के अंदर या फिर क्वेश्चंस में यूज किया जाता है. इन अफर्मेटिव सेंटेंसेस अदर एक्सप्रेशंस रिप्लेस डेयर. शी डेयर्स to do what the likes, not used often. She is not afraid to do what she likes, preferred. When dare is used as a normal verbs, negative and questions are formed with do, did. How dare she says this? I don't dare to climb that tall trees. So it dare का छोटा सा यूज, बहुत प्यारा सा यूज कि जहां पर आपको नेगेटिव और क्वेश्चनिंग मार्क के लिए भी आप डेयर का यूज करेंगे. ओके, सो दीज आर सम मॉडल्स जो आपने बहुत अच्छे से पढ़े, रीड आउट किए और किस बेस पर और किस कंडीशंस में ये अप्लाई करने हैं तो थोरली रीड करते रहेंगे. ठीक है, और रीड करना है, प्रैक्टिस करनी है वर्बली भी और रिटन भी करके. ओके, तो थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग स्टूडेंट्स.